I think I'm live now. Am I live? Can you see me? Let me know if you can see me. Can everyone see me now? I think I'm live. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. I haven't done one of these in a while, so let me know. Microphone check. You can see me? I'm echoing too, so I think I'm good now. Let me know everything's good now. I keep hearing myself echo. I don't want to mute the mic. Let me figure this out because I'm hearing myself echo. Let's see. Let's see. All right, till I figure this out, and we'll just run down who's here. The first person here is Bill from MGM Travel. Thank you, Bill. You are the first one here, and I appreciate it. Bill lives right here in the New York area, so would have been fun if we could have met up since I'm here in the NYC, but he's a New Jersey guy, so I'm still hearing myself echo. As long as you're not hearing me echo, it's fine, I guess. And there goes Dewey Ski in the house. What's up, Dewey? Thank you very much, Dewey. And there goes Lucy MGM. Thank you very much, Lucy. And there goes my land. Dang! My friend from Utah, or technically Sacramento, by way, lives in Utah. Been friends with for 8 years now. And her dog's Bobby Dang, by the way. And there goes Bill right there. Happy birthday. There goes me right there, the sports report with EB. That's my other account. I was asking for a minute. And there goes the Ford man right there, aka Kenneth Oaks. And there goes my land. Yep, she can hear me. And there goes Darian. Magnificent Germany with Darian. Happy birthday at the Finley's house. Eating at a Bavarian. He's eating at a Bavarian restaurant as we speak. We'll check in later. Do that. I appreciate you being here, Darian. Seeing me clear, Bill says. It's all good. I can see and hear you. There's a bit of an echo. I'm trying to figure this echo thing out. I don't know if it's coming. I don't want to mute the sound here, but it's coming from somewhere. Thank you very much. There goes Mark Finley. No echo. Sound is perfect. Well, that's good. I just got to figure out this echo on my end. And there goes Sherry's awesome sunset. Good to see you. Ryan Donahue, good to see you as well. Positive vibe. I didn't even see. Oh, there goes positive vibe. Positive vibe. Good to see you. This guy's from Colorado. Positive vibe. I enjoy a lot of their vlogs. A lot of good cruising vlogs. Ryan Donahue, the man from Boston. Good to see you. And we got JNN Travels in the house. John and Nancy from New Hampshire. Always fun to see John and Nancy. They do great live streams. They do fun and informative live streams. We got Tommy Dotson. Thank you very much, Tommy. Tommy's from Tennessee. Tommy Dotson. Cooking coconut cake for his wife's birthday tomorrow. That's awesome. Happy early birthday to your wife, and can't beat some good coconut cake. Only thing better than coconut cake is carrot cake. I love carrot cake. There goes Dewey again saying hello to Sherry and some people. Najuma. I didn't even see Najuma. There goes Najuma right here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Najuma. Najuma's from right around here in the New York area. Let's go see. I saw the Duchess somewhere. Where's the Duchess? There goes the Duchess. Thank you. Megan Morris. Happy birthday to Duchess of Drinks, as she is known as. Goes Tommy again here. It's going by pretty fast. We got a good little crowd here, I'll say. 13 people in the house. So I'll do a little talking about my trip here in New York, and I'm not gonna lie, everything's been perfect up to this point until the day when I went on Uber and got dropped off at the wrong hotel. So I stayed at a hotel called the Eliza the first day. I got my American Airlines points for staying there, and then today, tomorrow, the rest of my trip, I'm staying at the Conrad Hilton, which is a really nice hotel. It runs at like $500 a night, but for me, it cost 160,000 Hilton points. I use them between my two Hilton credit cards, so that was pretty awesome. 160,000 points, really nice hotel. Like I said, it's about $500 a night. So, but there's two of them in New York. There's one in Midtown and there's one in downtown. Well, the Midtown one is not open, so I booked the Midtown one originally and got switched to the downtown because the Midtown is not open. So when I took Uber today, I had Uber drive me to. Well, this is what happened with Uber. Okay, so I went in. I went in for the location of the downtown one, which is where I'm at. And Uber changes quickly, so you go on the screen and it says Midtown. But if you're not paying attention, it switches over, it rotates and switches over. So then it went from downtown to midtown, and I didn't look at the address when it changed. So the Uber driver ended up driving me to the midtown location. So I paid $40 for that Uber because I got tired of walking all day. So I paid $40 for the Uber, and I ended up in the long location. So after paying that $40 and ended up at the long location, I ended up catching the subway anyway and walking. So I think I seen Kim M come in. There goes Kim. Thank you so much, Kim. Kim is a Canadian, so you get a hashtag free the Canadians. The Canadians have been having it hard, They want to travel too. Let the Canadians get out and travel. I love Canada. I appreciate Canada. I got to go to Canada, the three biggest cities, of course, Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. And I really wanted to go to Quebec City last year. That didn't get to happen though, so that was really disappointing. No Quebec City. So I'm hoping I can get Quebec City. I want to go to Banff. I want to go to Calgary. I want to go to Edmonton. I want to go like all over Canada. So eventually we'll have that happen. Sherry's saying hello to Kim M. Conrad's, yeah, Conrad's are really fancy. Nice redemption. This is a really nice hotel. I can't wait to put out the video of this hotel. And this room is so huge. The other hotel I stayed at was nice, but it was so small. Like this room's like three times bigger, like literally three times bigger. It's a huge room and it's really nice. It's got a lot of fancy stuff. So when I put out this video, you'll see it. And the lobby's awesome. I love this place. Dewey saying MGM would love to, but we'll be in California over the holidays. And Dewey's all over the place, man. I think Dewey's got like 20 cruises already booked. Me and Dewey had a great time in Cancun, especially at the Jungle Spa. We'll get into the story of the Jungle Spa when Dewey left his phone because he was so relaxed after the Jungle Spa, and I got up and I think I ran into a tree or something. I don't know. At least that's what Neil from Two Traveling Tours says. I don't remember running into a tree, but I guess I did. J and N saying hello to Najuma. Kim M to Sherry. This thing does skip. Everyone says it skips. This is my first live stream since October. My first two went really well and I enjoyed them. And then my third live stream was like kind of like chaos and a disaster. So I kind of got off of them for a while, but I want to be able to go back and do them a little bit more again. Let's see. Yeah, it skipped again because now I'm like way up somewhere. Let's see. Oh, there goes Dewey right there. Oh yeah, the jungle spa. Yawn. Yeah, the jungle spa. I think I was doing a little bit of snoring afterwards, or during the jungle spa, a little bit or a lot of snoring. Love the Bucky's video. Thank you, Megan. Yeah, the cleanest bathrooms. The cleanest bathrooms in the world at Buc-ee's. You gotta love the clean bathrooms at Buc-ee's. I mean, like I mentioned in my video, it shows you that they really take pride in that place because you go into places they don't half clean the bathrooms and they don't even halfway welcome you in. At Buc-ee's, you're always welcome. Oh, there goes the Woo Crew. Life is good today, Ronnie and Alma from North Kakalaki. Woo, the Nature Boy. Yeah, we had some fun with the Nature Boy in Cancun. That was a lot of fun. Don't look like he had too. Don't look like they had too much fun though in Punta Cana. That was quite the story to get into. Ended up on the news, and what that goes to Ford Man again saying hello to everybody. Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks, who I can't wait to meet in October of 2022. Going on the cruise, almost 500 days away. It's going to be my very, very first cruise. And I'm so excited about that cruise with the helping hands for cruising. And I'm still determined on that cruise, we're going to see the Ford Man Kenneth Oaks dance. He is going to dance on that cruise. The first time on a live stream. Yeah, it's only my fourth one, and it's the first time in a long time. So I'm hoping I can do a little bit more. Oh, happy birthday. There goes Carol Car Key. Good to see you, Carol. And thank you very much. Let's see. Bill to Ronnie on his phone and can't tag. It's funny, like I watch these streams so much on my phone. It's like I've gotten to the point where it's like they have like my words memorized. Like when I go at and like they start automatically like knowing the name. Like I type in the first word and like they just like I can actually do it quick for that reason because I'm always watching these streams on my phone. All right, so yeah, cruising is amazing. I can't wait for that first cruise. I feel like I'm already a pro at cruising, and I haven't even been on a cruise because I watch so many cruise videos and talk to so many cruise people all throughout YouTube. I feel like a pro at it, even though I haven't been on my first one yet. There goes Kim. Come in travel plans. You always seem to be on the move. Yeah, the next time after I leave New York and which is going to be late Saturday, my next move will be in 71 days to Iceland. And I'm so excited about going to Iceland. Iceland is going to be so much fun. And I got a lot of big plans for that trip. I'm going to do more places in Europe on that trip, but I'm still working all of that out because I want to see how the restrictions are and everything. Like as far as will I be able to go to this place without taking a COVID test and all of that. Like, I've been got my vaccination and everything, and I'm fine with showing my vaccination. But my fear is going to any of these countries and then being told, hey, you got to stay here for 10 days because you failed a COVID test. Maybe I have COVID at the time. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's a false positive, but I don't want to end up 10 days somewhere because of a COVID test. So that's going to determine what other countries I go to. My plan is Iceland, and then I want to do the Baltics. I want to do Tallinn, Estonia, Stockholm, possibly. Stockholm, possibly. But I would say the Baltics. I'd say Helsinki, Finland, definitely. Tallinn, Estonia, Riga, Latvia, and but those places definitely. But it may change up, and it's cheaper to get a flight out of the bigger cities. So I'm thinking in the end, I may end up flying back out of like Paris and going to Paris for like a day or two again. I've been to Paris twice. You can never go there too much. This trip also goes to London because it's on American. It's going to be my first business class slash first class trip ever. So it's going to go from my local airport here in Baton Rouge to Charlotte, and then it's got like a 7 hour layover in Charlotte, which I'm actually gonna book the Hyatt on Hyatt Points, like right next to the hotel, so I can rest a few hours. And then I got an overnight flight from Charlotte to London on American Airlines because American Airlines doesn't fly to Iceland. So then from I'll fly from London to Iceland on British Airways since they're partners. So it'll be a switch over. So it'll be a lot of fun. But I plan on doing like 6 days in Iceland and then doing more places in Europe. Yeah, tell us about Jake DeGrom. Yeah, Jake DeGrom was awesome last night. Unfortunately, he got an injury and he only went three full innings, but he drove in a run. And those of you who don't follow sports, I went to the Mets game yesterday and it was a lot of fun. It was a packed house. Well, not quite a packed house, but it was a big crowd considering the pandemic. I think they reached their max that they're allowing in because they're not full capacity. But it was a whole lot of fun. And Jake DeGrom is probably going to be the MVP of baseball this year. So at least a Cy Young winner. So it was a lot of fun to see him play. Imagine an all inclusive where you could wake up at a different one every day and don't have to pack or unpack. Yeah, that yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun right there. But he's all in with a last all inclusive. I think y'all went to. I don't know if y'all remember waking up some of the people on the last one. It was pretty bad from what I heard as far as the drink situation. I think it was like five people that kind of went down and couldn't get back up, if you will. Copenhagen for cheap. Yeah, Megan, that's somewhere that would definitely be interesting too. Copenhagen. You went back in 2019 and loved it. Less expensive flights from the U.S. to many cities. Yeah, I've kind of been looking at some of those type of places. I was thinking about Poland as a place I was thinking of because it's a less expensive country. Things are cheaper somewhere like that, or the Balkan countries a little further down. Like I could extend my Europe trip a little bit longer and not spend a whole lot of money at least because it's typically cheaper to get around and typically cheaper to do things. So talk about my day today. Basically, I stayed in the hotel to about 9 o'clock. Went down, had a really good breakfast, and then I went to Brooklyn Bridge Park. I took the subway to the Brooklyn Bridge, well, past the Brooklyn Bridge exit. So I went into Brooklyn and saw the Barclays Center. Brooklyn Bridge Park is really beautiful park, and you get these breathtaking views from across into the Manhattan, into the city, where you can see all the skyscrapers and everything. So I vlogged some of that, took some videos. That was a whole lot of fun. That was something that I really enjoyed doing. Your rental car for Iceland yet? Yeah, I think I'm not gonna rent a car from Iceland because I'm kind of scared of those one lane bridges and there's barely any automatics. It's hard to get automatics there, and then the one lane bridges kind of scare me. The bad part is there are some bus trips, but the bus trips don't go everywhere, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. But I hear the bus trips take you to a whole lot of places. Plus, I'm staying in like a kind of like I guess you could say a hostel, but it's a pod hotel with the sleeping pods and everything. So there'll be other people there. So it's basically like a hostel. So maybe I'll do some group activity and get together with a group and do something. But I was planning on doing some of the bus tours because I see a lot of the bus tours going. So that seems like the way I would be going. This chat jumps a lot. It'll probably be more efficient. See what I'm at on my phone. Okay, I think I'm catching up pretty good. Okay, so New York has so many things to do. I'm looking at things to do for tomorrow with a couple days left, and I got so many things on my list to do, and I can't get them all in. So I'm looking at a couple of the art museums. That's something that I really want to do. I have the Edge booked. I don't know if you ever heard of the Edge. It's like this huge observation deck, and it's got a little floor where you could look down, and then it's like the glass where you can look around. But you could Google some of the videos on it, or look some of them up on YouTube on it. It's really awesome. I think it's like 38 bucks I paid for it, but everyone that's vlogged it, they really liked it. So tomorrow I'm going there at 5 o'clock. Also have a ticket to the Yankees game, so it was 20 bucks. So I'll probably go there after I go to the Edge. But I'm looking at a couple of art museums. I really want to go to Central Park tomorrow. Um, Grand Central Terminal. I want to see that. And then there's a new island. It's called Little Island. I don't know how many of you heard of Little Island. It's the newest island out in New York, but I really want to go see Little Island. So it's really nice though, but it's really picturesque. So that's somewhere I want to go to tomorrow. So there's a lot of things on my list of places to go to. So let me know if any of you've been have any ideas of some places you think that maybe I should check out while I'm here the next couple of days here in New York, or places that you've been to that's cool around here that you think would be a great idea. My list right now is so long, I'm not even going to be able to check out everything that's on my list. Is everybody hearing me fine? Because I noticed the chat hadn't really moved too much in the last few minutes. Just let me know if you're hearing me fine. I just want to make sure you're hearing me fine. Just put in the chat if you're hearing me fine. Still got 13 in the house. Please make sure you hit the like button, please. Let's see. We got Sherry talking to Carol. Ford man. So yeah, everything's clear. You can hear me good. Yeah. There's just so many things. Rockaway Beach. I really want to go to the beach too. The beach is somewhere. They say Rockaway Beach is kind of far. Coney Island is somewhere that's probably going to be on my radar for tomorrow. I'll probably do Coney Island tomorrow. It's just I got so many things to fit in tomorrow, and then Saturday I have most of the day because I don't fly out until 7 o'clock in the evening. I don't get home until like midnight. I think my flight gets home at like 12:05 or something, which is crazy. But technically, I get home Sunday morning. So, but yeah, I got to get that together as far as my plan for tomorrow because I'm not gonna be able to squeeze in a whole lot Saturday morning. So yeah, Ellis Island. That's another one that's on my list. But there's just so many places on my list. I had a good view of the Statue of Liberty from that Brooklyn Bridge Park today. That Brooklyn, it was a beautiful view of everything. Like you can really see. It's like a photographer's dream. Like if I had a better camera. Like I don't have the greatest camera as far as zoom. Like you can really, really get a good view of the Statue of Liberty. It's a distance away, but you can get a pretty good view from it. All right, so I touched on Iceland a little bit earlier, so I'm going to talk again about Iceland a little bit. Some of the things that I'm looking forward to doing in Iceland. I just dropped my notes. Excuse me. All right, so the first thing I'm looking forward to doing in Iceland is the Blue Lagoon. I don't know how many of y'all have actually heard of the Blue Lagoon before, but it's this big thermal hot spot. It's huge, crystal clear water. Um, it's amazing. I know I talked to Darian about it. Darian was like, "Wow, I want to go to this thing. You make me want to go to Iceland." When he saw that, but the Blue Lagoon's on the top of my list. The Golden Circle, the waterfalls. I'm a big fan of waterfalls, so I definitely want to go to Iceland and see all the waterfalls. Most of the names of which I can't pronounce. I know there's Ghost Falls and there's Icelandic names. You can't pronounce Icelandic names. I won't even try. But yeah, there's some really good waterfalls. Of course, you got to go whale watching, see the glacier and the icebergs. The Blue Lagoon is yeah, it's high on Megan's list. Yeah, it's you can't look at a video of the Blue Lagoon and not want to go to it. I mean, any of you that don't know about it, I challenge you to Google it and like look at the images of the Blue Lagoon. It's pretty awesome. Determined to watch. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Kenneth. Yeah, I have quite a few now. I actually have like almost 90 videos. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, it does look magical, Kim. And the funny thing is, like all of these like famous shows like why am I drawing a blank right now? They I can't think of the name of the show right now, but a lot of the famous shows they do over in Iceland with the because of the Vikings and everything like that. I keep drawing a blank. I'm sure I'll it'll come to me later. But they film a lot of the shows over there because it looks so otherworldly. Like you could film stuff in Iceland and you could film it and say it's on a whole nother planet and somebody might believe you doing the bus tour. Yeah, renting a car, doing a some bus tours. Yeah, the bus tours are definitely what I plan on doing in Iceland because when I watch those Walter's World videos and I watch the one lane bridges and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I mean, the thing that's cool about the one lane bridges and all of that that makes it not that bad is the fact that there's not a lot of traffic, so people can wait for you and everything. I just have that little bit of fear. I'm going to slide off the road with no guardrails and all that. Plus, most of the cars are standards, and I don't really know how to drive a standard. So, hey, appreciate it. Ronnie Dove in the house. I appreciate that. Happy birthday from Ronnie Dove, who lives in the Dallas area. He's a Pittsburgh guy, likes the Steelers and the Penguins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Unofficial dish. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of different hot dogs in Iceland. So yeah, I've seen they have the fermented shark too. I'm not eating fermented. You know what? I may eat fermented shark just for the single purpose of vlogging it. That's the only reason I may try fermented shark, just for the purpose of vlogging it. I'm not gonna try it because I'm gonna expect to like it or anything. They eat puffins too, and I think that's weird because puffins are so cute. Like, how do you eat some little cute puffins? Like, I can't do that. Like, I can't pet puffins and then turn around and eat them. That's just weird. There's sheep everywhere too, so yeah, so it'll be sheep all on the side of the roads. All it's gonna be so much fun. I've been so excited about the Iceland trip though, but like I said, I'm gonna probably do like 6 days. I haven't even booked a return. I have enough points to book return trips, but I didn't want to book return trips because I don't know what I'm going to do in the meantime. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'll go to Iceland, but I might go to Riga or I might go to Tallinn next, and I might like it more and I might want to stay longer. So, I didn't really want to put that pressure on myself. It's going to probably be 2.5 weeks, but I didn't book a return trip yet. So, I'm pretty excited about that. So, but another topic I wanted to touch on a little bit. I was hoping Larry from Plump Travelers would be here because we always talk about this topic a little bit because he lives in the area by pretty close to Seattle, right in the Canada in the BC area. But because I wanted to talk about my possible move to the Seattle area, which I'll touch on that in a second. Got a couple new people in the house. That's Simply Jocelyn in the house. I'm so happy to see Simply Jocelyn here. Thank you so much for the birthday wish. Simply Jocelyn in the house. Fantastic channel. If you've never seen her channel before, she does all types of fun stuff. And then she's the wife of Mark Walters. They do Walters World. They have almost 800,000 subscribers on Walters World. And it's the channel that got me started with travel, Walters World, was because I watched a video on Walters World a few years back when I was interested in going to London to a football game. I was like, oh, I hadn't really looked at anything about London. Started watching the video, went down the rabbit hole, and then started looking at all these other videos. And next thing you know, I find myself going to Prague and being excited about it, and going to Rome and Paris and all of these places, all because of Walter's World Channel. Because when I started watching it, the more excited I got to want to go to all of these places. So definitely, I thank Jocelyn and Mark for that, for getting me into the travel. And Mike Jackson is also here. Good to see you, Mike. Mike's telling me happy birthday right here. Right now, I am at the Conrad Hilton downtown, which, if you know where this area is right by Battery Park, not too far from the Trade Center area. And there goes Mike talking to the Duchess Megan and Simply Jocelyn. Taxi Pop, yeah, up in northern Iceland. Yeah, I was talking about the driving in Iceland. I mentioned you a few minutes ago, Jocelyn, because we were talking about the driving videos and the the 1 lane bridges and everything. And I can't drive a standard, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do like a, bus tour or something, or ride with someone else because the idea of driving, having to pay extra money for an automatic, and then driving those 1 lane bridges scares the hell out of me. It really does. Mike Jackson speaking to MGM. But yeah, I mean, Jocelyn had a great video about how to drive in Iceland, and she really talked in the video about, tips and tricks for driving in Iceland. But I learned one time how to drive a standard. I didn't really get it though. It was one of those things where I think I was working on my first job, and a friend of mine at the supermarket drove a standard. He's like, "I'm gonna teach you how to drive a standard." And I went in his car a couple times, and I stalled his car 2 or 3 times because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But since I never actually had a standard, I didn't know enough to feel like I can drive one. Yes, definitely. Yeah, just stay on the ring road. The bridges aren't awful. No one drive fast. Yeah, that's one thing I was saying too, Jocelyn, is when I was watching your video, like you were saying, like, hey, you stop so often and go through like because there's not a lot of traffic, like, 1 lane at a time, like, this person stops, this person goes through. Oh, thought my laptop was plugged in. It says my battery is low. Let me plug it in. Be right back. I'll be right back, y'all. Yeah, that's crazy. It wasn't plugged in the whole time. I thought it was plugged in. It wasn't plugged in, not for 1 second. It said battery low, and I'm like, what? Battery low? Let's see where I left off here. I left off right here. Hope to be there in a month. Let's see, where's Mike talking about going? Oh, yeah, when Dewey's moving to Florida. Yeah, congratulations on that, Dewey. That's exciting. I know you're ready to get out of the cold up in Illinois and go down to Florida. You won't have to worry about too much cold down there. Hope to be there within a month. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I don't remember. If I remember right, Dewey, I think you said you were moving to Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. Let me know. I think you said you were moving to that area. Ready for Dewey, yeah. Megan and Ronnie, yeah, some superstars of Walter's World. You don't like to drive anywhere anymore. Yeah, Sherry, I feel you on that. I don't mind driving like road trip wise, but some of these people get pretty crazy on the road, especially when you're away. People get really, really crazy. Yeah, third time is a charm. Stop here in Atlanta on your way. Oh, Mike, you live in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm actually considering going to Atlanta in a few weeks. I'm not sure if I am or not. I was considering going to a Braves game. I'm a Tampa Bay Rays fan. They play the Braves in the middle of July, so I was considering stopping off in Atlanta. That would be pretty cool. I haven't been to Atlanta other than the airport in a while. I've been to the airport twice within the last couple of years, but the last time that I've been in Atlanta and actually got to see anything was 2009. So that was a long time ago. It's been a while. Yeah, that's been like 13 years. Honestly, let's see. It goes right here. Yeah, I'm moving to Florida for cruise benefits more than the coal. Yes, Florida plantation, just 15 miles. Yeah, Dewey has like 20. How many cruises do you have planned, Dewey? Like 19, 20 cruises planned within the next year or so. So, yeah, definitely. Let's see. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kim. I try to always keep a positive attitude. You know, why is there I'm back. Can you hear me? I don't know if the volume's working though, because I can't hear myself. Let me see. Let me see. Can't hear myself. So test 1 2. Test test 1 2. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear me because I can't hear myself on the back end. So I was hearing myself on the back end. Now I can't. So let me know if you can hear me or am I muted? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, you can't hear me, so that's a good thing. Jocelyn can hear me. Cool. I left off. Let's see, where did I leave off? Think I, yeah, I left off right here with Kim M. Appreciate my positive attitude. Yeah, I try to stay positive. Sometimes it's not always easy. You know what I find that I love about all of this during this pandemic? We've developed such a great travel community with so many great people here is the fact that there's so many positive energy people here. You know, we talk about things that we love together and we have a really good time because as I find that over the years, when you talk to people that have a positive energy, and I told this, I said this to Darian a million times before, you know, when you have a positive energy, you're talking to people. Dewey's one of those people. When you have a real positive energy, like you can't get mad when you talk to people that have a really bright and positive energy and makes you feel more positive, makes you feel more energetic, and it makes you feel better. Like there's some people in the past and even people now, you know, you work with certain people and they're so negative and it's like, you know, that negative energy kind of zaps you and you're around the negative energy and then you find yourself become more negative because you're around the negative energy. So I've gotten to a point in life where I just really enjoy being around people with positive energy because positive energy makes me positive. Negative energy kind of tends to wear me down. What's happening in New York City, Jocelyn, a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to get into tonight after this stream. There's the Hudson River back behind me, so I'll probably go hang out back there and take some pictures and probably get something to eat and then probably get some rest because I haven't rested in a few days. But I'll probably hang out an hour or two after the stream and do some things out on the Hudson. Let's see. Yeah, Dewey's talking about the cruise benefits and the cruise ports. Let's see. Sherry, very excited for Dewey. Yeah, I'm very excited for Dewey too. Dewey's where he needs to be, right there amongst all of the cruise ports and everything. Let's see. Yeah, battery cutout. So this is what happened. Now, I'm not used to like with this hotel. So I'm thinking my battery's charging the whole time and it's plugged in. So I'm thinking it's charging, but there's a socket on the wall for each thing. And the socket for this particular outlet it's for the desk and it was turned off the whole time. So even when I thought it was charging, it wasn't charging because the socket was turned off, which I also find weird because, well, no, I guess that makes sense. I was going to say because my ring light's working, but my ring light's plugged into my laptop. So my ring light would have nothing to do with the wall. Yeah, now I'm back, Ryan. So yeah, I was out for a little while, but I'm back. I'm happy to be back in the stream here. Yeah, I appreciate that, Jocelyn, making sure everybody hit that like button. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. And snack break. Yeah, it's always time for a snack break. I've had some good snacks here, so yeah, I got to get back on that diet hard after I leave here because I've been going a little bit snack crazy, cookies and all really good food here in New York, and it's everywhere. And I am back, and I'm glad you can hear me clear, which is weird though because you can hear me clear now, and I hear no echo. And the first time around, I heard nothing but echo, but I was on the whole time. And there goes Larry, free the Canadians, hashtag free the Canadians. Yeah, I was talking earlier about Seattle because Larry doesn't live too far from Seattle. I was getting on that topic. I'll go back to it in a minute. There goes Megan saying hello to Larry. Larry speaking to everyone, including Megan. But yeah, I was getting on the topic of Seattle. So I planned on moving to Seattle probably last March, but we know what happened last March with COVID and everything. So that didn't happen. So I'm kind of like one or two options right now. There's a possibility that depending on how my job situation goes, I may end up moving to Seattle in October of this year. But if I don't find that job initially, I'm going to stick with the job I have probably to at least January or February because I had two job openings that I pretty much was guaranteed to get. One of them was a formality in Seattle area. So I was planning on moving that way, but it didn't happen. And my reason for wanting to do that is not because I don't love Louisiana or everything. I love Louisiana, but I've been here my whole life. It's 40 years now. I feel so old saying that, 40 years now. But, it's just like, I felt like I needed to change. I thought about Florida, but then I was like, man, if I go to Florida, it's still hurricane seasons there. It's still the same humidity. Like, I don't know if I'm moving anywhere and it's going to be for the rest of my life. It could be just a move for a year, just, for that change, that experience. I feel like right now is the perfect time for me to start, like, hopping around and seeing other places instead of being the same place my whole life, not married, no kids or anything like that. And speaking of Louisiana, that goes to traveling Gilbert's. This one's so funny right here for you all. I got to meet Ronnie and Teresa in New Orleans. We was at the market, at the French market, and Teresa's like cracking up, like she was telling the one of the other vloggers, I forgot which one it was. She was telling one of the other vloggers that was there. She was like, "You better not call them pralines. Better not call them pralines. No, I'm sorry, pralines, because we say pralines in Louisiana." So it's funny. I was watching a video, and there's this girl from New York City actually, and she's in New Orleans, and she's visiting New Orleans. She's talking about the city, and she called them pralines. She called them pralines. Like, what the heck is a praline? And no, Larry, I'm still going to be a Dolphin fan. I've lived in Louisiana. I do like the Saints. Don't get me wrong. I do like the Saints being from Louisiana. I'm always going to like the Saints because sadly, my late father, who died when I was 11 years old, was a diehard Saints fan, and he loved the Saints so much. And when the Saints finally won the Super Bowl, I actually cried, and not really because I was that much of a Saints fan, but I cried for him because he endured so many years of seeing the Saints suck, basically. And they finally get good with Drew Brees and Sean Payton and win the Super Bowl, and he's dead and he doesn't get to see it. That really made me cry and made me emotional. But yeah, I've been a Dolphin fan since Dan Marino was there. So, even before that. So, no, go Seahawks, go Dolphins. Pralines. We say pralines. Jocelyn says pralines in Savannah. That's funny. Pralines. It's funny. I did a little search on my phone, and just to see what my phone calls them. And then, like when you do the search, there's a lady on there. She says pralines. Okay, but then when I hit the voice and the guy comes on there to like define them, he calls them pralines. So you got one voice on Google saying pralines, and you got another voice on Google saying pralines. So is it pralines? Is it pralines? It's like New Orleans. Technically, the correct name for New Orleans is New Orleans, but no one from Louisiana will ever say New Orleans. You're not from Louisiana if you say New Orleans, but hell, it's in Orleans Parish. How can you be in Orleans Parish but be New Orleans? It doesn't even make sense. But we have some interesting characters in Louisiana, and I know how many of you watched the Traveling Gilbert's live stream. That their live streams are so funny. They do the Louisiana words, like the Chapatulas and everything, like, and they have adventures ahead they're from Michigan, and they make them pronounce these words that are Louisiana words, and they have like no idea how to say these words. And they get up there and screw them up so bad. But I think I went 3 for 3 on the words this week. It's like Tensaw. It's like a little town up in North Louisiana. It's spelled nothing like Tensaw, but the only reason I know Tensaw is because I've covered high school football for 17 years, and high school basketball for radio and all of this. So like I know the names of all of these high schools. Pralines. Yeah, she is very passionate about it. It was just funny. That's why I went on your live and I kept saying pralines on purpose, because I knew she was gonna be like, you just lost your Louisiana card for saying pralines. So we go to a game, yeah. If you go to a Seahawks game, you and Ananda, yeah, you go to a Seahawks game, it's gonna be very expensive. I'm just letting you know, because I've been to one Dolphin Seahawk game and I paid more money for that ticket than I've ever paid for any game ever. But I was determined to go. And there goes Nick P. I call Nick P the king of the road trip. Took a 9,000-mile road trip last year. He's probably been 6,000 miles this year. Nick P is the king of the road trip. And Nick P works hard too, and he's on a lot of these live streams, delivers the mail, really busy guy. Hats off to Nick P for working so hard, but still being here to support. There goes Larry talking to Nick P, Jocelyn to Nick P. It's all about the black and gold. Yeah, he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. When you say black and gold, I was actually thinking about the Saints for a second, but I know you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But yeah, I've been a Dolphin fan since Marino. And I think I was like 4 years old early in the Marino days. I was like 4 years old. The story was I was like 4 years old. There was two teams playing. It was the Dolphins, and they were playing the Broncos. And my brother's actually a Broncos fan. And I have a stuffed dolphin that's like, that was like my number one toy. And the team had the dolphin on the helmet that looked like it. I was like, wow, I like the team with the dolphin. And I started liking the dolphin, started watching Marino, just love watching Marino play. So that's why I've been a Dolphin fan for so long. A ringer. A ringer for who? Who am I a ringer for? Louisiana has Homer. Yeah, that's very true, Mike. Homer and Homer. They also have Iowa and Iowa. And Iowa, well, no, they don't have Iowa. I'm sorry, Iowa, but it's spelled like Iowa. It's spelled Iowa, but it's Iowa, and they have iota. It's Iowa and it's iota. They have some crazy towns have crazy names. I watched the weather forecast. This lady was talking about the Atchafalaya. She called it the Atchafalaya. And it cracks me up. The Atchafalaya. My friend Marlon was in here at the beginning of the live stream. She was visiting New Orleans a couple times. She lives in Utah. And the first time she saw the word Chapatula, she thought it was just the funniest thing. I think her Uber driver dared her to pronounce it right, and she couldn't do it. She was like, there's no way that's pronounced Chapatulas with a silent T. Test the regional, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Louisiana's not the only place that's got crazy names, even though Louisiana seems like it's the craziest name place because you got all this Cajun Creole stuff in Louisiana. Black, yeah, Steelers Nation. Yeah, I know a lot of fans who are Steelers fans. Got in trouble for saying Narlins. Narlins. Yeah, some people do say Narlins, but I don't think too many people from New Orleans say Narlins. They definitely don't say Norlins. Norlins. That's funny. For posting a reminder, I would have missed it. Oh, Nick posted a reminder. Hey, appreciate that, Nick. Thank you. And there goes Nick P talking to Najuma. Nolans, that's it, Nolans. Yeah, some people say Nolans. I've never liked Nolans. I've never liked the saying Nolans. That's never been one that I've said. There's so many names for New Orleans, the Crescent City, the Big Easy, I'm gonna do a video coming up on the things that you should know before you come to New Orleans. And I had a lot of fun like filming for that because I started doing things like a lot of people don't know how filthy Bourbon Street is. Like this is funny to me because okay, Bourbon Street is so much fun, and it's not dirty early in the day because they do a real good job of cleaning the streets, getting it clean and ready for the night. But if you walk down Bourbon Street at 10 o'clock at night, you walk down Bourbon Street at 1 o'clock in the morning, I mean, it's a disaster. Drink cups everywhere. The cops have their police are on horses, so the horses crap all over the ground, and then you got drunk people stepping in horse crap. And I did it once, so let me not tell you I'm like I've never done it. I stepped in horse crap on Bourbon Street before. Yes, I did. So just to let y'all know. Let's see. Oh, is Jocelyn leaving? Oh, my battery is about to die. Hey, I appreciate it, Jocelyn. Thank you for showing up. And as I mentioned before, y'all check out Simply Jocelyn and check out Walter's World. Great channels. Walter's World, they have like 800,000 subscribers. Simply Jocelyn, great channel. She does mixed drinks. She does cooking on there. Talks about food in different places. One of the best on the market. Simply Jocelyn. Mark and Jocelyn Walters, great people. Yeah, Jocelyn is indeed gone. Let's see what Ronnie and Teresa, Louisiana word ringer. Oh, Louisiana word. I know most people in Louisiana say ranger. Let's say ranger. Sound like with an R. I don't know. That's what most people in Louisiana say. Do not wear open toe shoes at night. Oh no, don't ever wear open toe shoes at night. I last time, just for the heck of it, I stood off to the side, like right where people had the horses and all, like the cops had their horses poop all over the ground. I stood off to the corner and I watched, and I'm like, how many people are gonna walk up and step in it? Like, I was gonna tell people like before they stepped in it, watch out. And I was just kind of watching and seeing their reaction. Like most people like walk like right up to it and be like, oh, detour. They would see it at the last second. It's pretty funny. NOLA, yeah, NOLA is fine. You can say NOLA. NOLA is a popular term in New Orleans. You can say that fine. Just don't say Nolans and don't say New Orleans. True Tone or Agency Pride Bar. No, I haven't. I've been to, where is that? I've never been there before. Is that in New Orleans? My favorite thing in New Orleans is Cafe Du Monde beignets. Yeah, 3 for 1. Yeah, Cafe Du Monde is really good, especially when you get them good and fresh. They're really good when you get them good and fresh. And there goes Mark. Hey, Mark Walters. Hey, I was just bragging about your channel, just talking about your channel just now with Jocelyn. Walters World approaching 800,000 subscribers. And I think they have like almost 2,000 videos. Like I've watched all of these Walters World videos so many times, and every time it feels like a new one pops up. Like you can never see every Walters World video. There's so many, but Walters World got me started on this traveling path. As I mentioned, I never thought I would have been excited about going to Prague and all of these places, but it started off watching Mark Walters when I was deciding to look at videos about London that got me excited. That's got me wanting to go like all over the world, everywhere. So I really, really appreciate Mark and Jocelyn for that. Yes, Walter's World is in the house. Let's see. Yeah, I feel old. I don't know. The funny thing is like I wake up in the morning, I feel older than 40 anyway. In my 39, I wake up and feeling like I'm 59 aching. That's why I'm like, man, I gotta really hit the gym consistently and get in shape because sometimes I feel it. But yeah, it's 40 can be a 40 is only as old as you feel though. So I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, 40, I'm so old now, because I mean, you're only as old as you feel. So spending your birthday with Darian in Florida, Georgia, that's cool right there. I'm hoping to meet Darian soon. I'm thinking Helen, Georgia meetups a while back, but we got a couple opportunities. If I'm here in October, I'll go to LSU Florida game with him if I'm here because there's still a possibility I may not be in Louisiana in October. So if I am, there's that possibility. There's also the possibility that if I go to the baseball game next month, Tampa Bay and Atlanta, I'm going to pass through Atlanta. And if I go to Atlanta for the baseball game, I would definitely meet up with Darian. Kim M saying hello to Mark. Turned 50 last year. Like I said, age is just a number. It's all about how you feel. I mean, I know people that are 60 years old that are living life better than most of us in our, late 30s, early 40s. So age is just a number. It's just kind of like 40 to me. I just kind of like, I always felt like, if you're in your 30s, you're still kind of young. 40, you're not old though. It's just a number. Any birthday wishes? 40s is a great, yes, great decade. Yep. So yeah, 40 years old. It's kind of hard thinking about it though, because like I go back and I remember these things like yesterday. Like it's like wow, time's just flying by. Like I remember things from my 20s and everything. It's like wow, I'm at 40 already. Like where's time going? Goes really fast. 51 in 2 months. Happy early birthday, which I'm hopefully I'll see you on a stream or something on your 51 birthday to tell you that on that day. If not on Facebook somewhere, hopefully I'll be able to tell you when you hit 51. How many countries are you up to now? I'm at 6. I believe I'm at 7, but I'm hoping I could add about 6 or 7 on this next trip coming up. Um, Thinking about it for a second, and okay, so not counting the US, I'm probably at 6 or 5. So not counting the US, I've been to Mexico, Canada, Czech Republic, Mexico, Canada, Czech Republic, London, well, England, not London. Um, let's see where else. Italy, and then France. So that's 6. And Iceland will be number 7. And I'm hoping to go to some of the Baltic countries. I'm hoping Estonia is going to be another one. I'm hoping I can do a few more of those Baltic countries. I'm looking at going to hopefully maybe Stockholm. I'm definitely going to do Helsinki, Finland. A lot of it is just going to depend on the rules at the time because I don't want to go to a country that I'm going to have to quarantine if I fail the test or whatever. I'm vaccinated. Hoping to go to countries that can take my vaccination papers and not have to test. And then Larry, I'm at 3 countries: Canada, all over Canada, the US, and Mexico. Mexico once, but that was a really good experience. So we'll definitely try to go back to Mexico, and been to Canada 3 times. Been to 44 states in the US. And there goes Katie Smith. Happy birthday. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. Katie's been awesome on all of these live streams. She's been in the Walter's World, the Means to Travel live streams. She's living in Guatemala right now, her and her husband. That's fantastic, Katie. But Katie's been fantastic, been a really good friend on the streams and Instagram and everything. I really appreciate Katie. In our 50s, maybe one day we will grow up. Yeah, this is funny. Some people are like, hey, when you're a certain age, you got to stop all of the traveling and grow up. Like some people, it's like some of the people that don't travel, like they'll tell me that. They're like, oh man, you're almost, well, I am 40 now. They're like, you're almost 40 years old. You need to settle down and stop all of that traveling. I'm like, yeah, I'm hoping I could find a woman to settle down with who wants to travel too. I'm like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not going to travel anymore because I'm a certain age. Let's see. There goes Megan again to Katie. And there goes Derek, Mr. Means to Travel. I appreciate that. Happy birthday, Derek. Derek and Liz. I just mentioned you a minute ago, Means to Travel. That was one of the first channels that really got me into the live streaming deal. I started watching Walter's World was probably the first one. As I was saying to Mark earlier, Walter's World. I got big into watching the Walter's World, and the pandemic happened. And then Means to Travel came along, and Liz came along, started talking in the live streams about I have a live stream. And I started watching that, and then the next thing you know, I'm watching everybody's live streams now. I'm in so many live streams every day now. A really fun thing, and I appreciate that, Derek. And there goes Katie again to Megan. Philippines is our #1 on the bucket list destination. Yeah, that's a great destination. What's exciting for me is okay, so I made a video on my top 15 bucket list destinations last year, Larry, and 2 of my top 3 I'm planning to do at the end of August. #1 is Australia. That's probably not going to happen in maybe 2024 or so. But #2 was Iceland, and #3 was Thailand, Estonia. So I'm going to knock those out. I really want to do Singapore somewhere down the road. That would be a lot of fun. Settle down and stop traveling. What? Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But you found the right woman, someone who will travel with you and have a whole lot of travel. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna find someone who likes to travel like I like to travel. I ain't trying to be cooped up at the house. I'm sorry, ain't no cooping me up at the house. I want to get out and about. And it's funny though because like my brother and people that don't like to travel, my brother's like, and I mean, he just doesn't really have anything against travel. He looks at travel as being like, this extra unnecessary thing. Like, he's like, man, you've been everywhere. I'm like, everywhere. I'm like, I ain't been nowhere because I got so many places on my bucket list that I want to go to. Like, I feel like the amount of places that I've gone to, like this whole big world, I've only been to a few places. He's like, you've been everywhere. Like, yeah, you only say that because you've only been to like two major cities. You don't really travel anywhere. I did get him to come to New York with me one time because he's a Mets fan, so we had fun with that. So, and I got him to go to LA one time, but other than that, yeah. Let's see. We appreciate your support. Yeah, we appreciate you too. The Traveling Gilberts is a lot of fun meeting Ronnie and Teresa in New Orleans. Love doing these little meetups and things like that. I've gotten to meet a few people, so it's been a lot of fun. I hope to meet more and more people over time. Made so many friends during the pandemic. It's literally the only good thing that's happened from the pandemic. Back home for a minute. Yeah, it feels like Derek and Eliz have been on the road for a long time. And you know what? That's a great thing. I'm jealous. I would love to be on the road like that. That would be so much fun. They had to go up to Arizona and California and come back, and I think they went to Dallas recently. I think I saw pictures from Dallas. Yeah, you did. Oh, she's across the room editing the next video. Well, you make sure you tell Liz I said hello. And I'm hoping we could get some more live streams soon from Means to Travel. Haven't got any live streams in a while. I miss doing the wave. The wave was a lot of fun. And Sherry's got to run. I appreciate it. I've had a great birthday, Sherry. The only blemish on the whole day was getting Uber, paying $40 for Uber to drop me off at the wrong Conrad Hilton. That was the only blemish on the whole day. Other than that, it's been a great day. I've enjoyed my views. Had a great time. Talked to a few strangers. It's always fun to talk to people you don't know and shake their hand, smile, meet some people. So I've had a great day today. One blemish today. It frustrated me for a little while, but I'm in here, I'm settled, I'm good. And Sherry's one of those people too. I don't know if she's still here. She's one of those people like I was talking about earlier, positive energy people. You meet people that have a positive energy and they're always happy and they're always in a good mood. Those are good people to be around because we get sucked in with the negative energy people. So love the positive energy people. What are my plans for my visit? Okay, so far I've been here for 2 days. Seen a Mets game. Today I went to Brooklyn Bridge Park, enjoyed the views, hung out, ate some ice cream, drank a lemonade, just kind of hung out and enjoyed myself. Yesterday I went to a rooftop bar last night, beautiful view of the city, had a cocktail up there and just kind of hung out. So the first night I stayed at a hotel that was in Times Square, so I went out Times Square and kind of enjoyed myself. The next 2 nights, I'm staying at the Conrad Hilton, booked on 160,000 Hilton points. So it's a really nice hotel. It's almost $500 a night. I booked on points. So this hotel is massive. When I do a room review, you'll be able to see how big this hotel is. I mean, it's huge. Really nice though. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying my birthday. And my plans tomorrow, Katie, I have a long list of things that I want to do the next 2 days before I leave. I won't be able to get them all done, get them all. But Coney Island is one of the things on my list. So definitely going to do Coney Island. Hope to hit at least one of the two art museums I want to go to. Maybe some science fiction, a lot of different things I have to do tomorrow. So we'll get done what we can. Oh, there goes Nick P calling for the wave. How did I miss that? Yeah, we need to bring the wave back. And there goes Liz. I appreciate it, Liz. Thank you so much. And I've just been raving about means to travel, such a great channel. The means to get, was it meaningful travel and the means to get there. One of my favorite channels, one of the things that got me into the live streaming, no doubt about it. Check out a Liz, Derek, Means to Travel. They make such great videos. I mean, they put a lot of work into these videos. They got a lot of videos from the UK and Scotland. Then they've got some videos from Arizona and different places. There's just so much information on that page. So definitely check out those videos of Means to Travel. I promise you, you'll enjoy them. Yeah, the rooftop bars are awesome. So I had a good time. The hotel I stayed in last night has a rooftop bar, so I didn't have to go far to go to the rooftop bar last night. But there's some that I'm definitely planning on hitting up later on in the well, I say later on in the week. I only got a couple more days. I'm leaving out late Saturday. It's New York City still with masks. You know what, Nick P? There's no mask mandate, but it's like 90% of the people walking around are wearing masks because I think Governor Cuomo just ended it like literally like this week. So I think they're so used to wearing masks right now that they're not even like, not wearing them. Like I felt weird. Like I went in the grocery store, I had my mask down. I'm looking around, everybody's got it up. So the first thing I do is pull my mask back up. Got my Walters World mask, the one that goes like that. So, and I felt bad. I felt guilty because I'm like, I'm the only one that's not wearing it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull my mask up. Public transportation, you're supposed to wear it anyway, but most people are wearing it on public transportation. Few people aren't. I think I saw John from JNN. Yep, there's John in the house. John from JNN Travels. I think they're still short of watch time if you want to go watch one of their videos out. JNN Travel is a fantastic channel, and they're one of those channels, a lot of information on there. They do a lot of informative things. They do like each state. They put out a video with information from each state and everything. So really good informative channel. Good people too, John and Nancy in New Hampshire. And there goes Liz is saying, thank you. Fabulous channel. Hey, I appreciate that, Liz. I'm trying to grow my channel and do some different things. Like, I'm trying to get out of my shell and do more. I really want to get my drone going. I have a drone, and it's like I'm scared to crash that sucker, but I'm like I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna start using my drone because I love drone footage. So start doing a little bit more with my channel, having a lot of fun with it. But the most important thing about creating content is that you enjoy it. If you ever get to a point that you don't enjoy it, there's no point in just keep doing it just to do it. I do it because I enjoy it, the whole process. Yeah, I'm sure the lives will start coming back soon. We all definitely miss the lives, usually right here in this time slot on Thursday nights. Always a lot of fun. Just hit the red button. Yes, make sure you hit the red button. Let's see, John. Mass ended 3 weeks ago in New Hampshire, and there's about 50% wearing and not wearing. Yeah, in Louisiana, the mask mandate ended probably like 3, 4 weeks ago. And when the mandate ended, most people still wore their mask, but now it's gotten to a point where it's like 75% no mask. You go on Bourbon Street and nobody's wearing a mask, but you're in the grocery store, like 25% is wearing it. Then you have the people that wear it and they wear it down below their nose, and it's like, why even wear it if you wear it down below your nose? I do like bagels. But you know what I like even more than bagels? I don't know if they sell croissants. I'm big into croissants, but I like bagels too. Bagels are good. I just like croissants better. The Gilberts got to run. Yeah, I appreciate it, Ronnie and Teresa. Yep, having a great time today. Just relaxing. When I get done with this stream, I'm gonna go out to the water and hang out a little bit. And I'm right by the Hudson River, so we'll go out there. I think it's a little bit of a walk to 9/11. I would like to go out there tonight, but I'll probably do that in the morning. It's not too far. But y'all have a great night. A French place near your hotel. Oh yeah, look it up for me. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I love some croissants. I appreciate it, Nick P. Nick P is a hard working man. Nick P's out there doing the mail. He's working all of these hours. And then I'll see him like in the morning time, like on the down under cruisers at like 5 a.m. before the route. Like Nick P's on a lot of live streams. Looking forward to seeing Nick P doing some more scenic videos too. Nick P doesn't have a lot of the videos with the editing and everything, but he has a lot of pretty scenic videos, especially from the road trip. He did a 9,000-mile road trip. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Hey, I appreciate it, Katie. You have a great night as well, and hope everything is going well over there in Guatemala. That's somewhere I would love to go to. That's somewhere I would love to go to Guatemala. But you have a great night as well, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming here. Any favorite place you visited? Oh, that's an interesting question. It's kind of a hard one. Favorite place. I want to say Prague was probably my favorite city because I really like Prague. Favorite place. It's hard to say one specific place, but I really like Prague. I really like walking across the Charles Bridge. I thought that was a really special moment for me. Um, it's hard to say of a favorite place. I'm hoping my favorite place is going to be in Iceland. I'm hoping I'm going to have a really good time there, and that'll be the answer to that question. It's called Benoit's French Cafe. Oh, I'm sure they'll have croissants, a French cafe. That might be the perfect breakfast spot for me too. I'm gonna look them up. Matter of fact, I'm putting it in my phone right now so I don't. Benoit's, Benoit's, New York. I see it. It's actually closed tonight. Tomorrow, they open at 12 to 9 tomorrow. So it won't be a breakfast spot opening at 12 to 9, but I definitely can hit it up tomorrow. That's a pretty good time. That goes to Liz and Katie. Let's see. Hey, that's Don and Heather from Texans Who Travel. Those are two people I got to meet in person, have a great time in Cancun. We had a lot of fun with Texans that travel and to travel and tour, and Dewey, who was on here earlier, and Ronnie and Alma, who was on here earlier. That was a whole lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing more like group trip type stuff, even though I'm probably better off that I didn't go to Punta Cana because it didn't seem like it went over too well. But I appreciate that. Happy birthday, Don and Heather. I definitely appreciate that. I am having a great time. Yeah, I just did Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, New York, Vermont, and Massachusetts. 3,700 miles in 7 days. He got reunited with his dad, his cousin, and he hadn't seen in 60. Wow, 60 years. 60 years. Wow, that's cool, man. And Vermont is one of the 5 or 6 states that I haven't been to, so Vermont's really high on my list. So it's 6 states: Alaska, Hawaii, Vermont, Iowa, North Dakota, and New Mexico. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I thought they would have done, well, yeah, lunch and dinner. Yeah, they're not doing breakfast. And just saw Mike Jackson. When's my next cruise? My next cruise is going to actually be my first cruise. It's going to be October of 2022, a group cruise. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to be my first cruise, so I'm even more excited about it because it's going to be my very first one. I got it booked and ready. This is the one that's sponsored by the Spikers. There's going to be like 20 different vloggers on the cruise, including Kenneth, the Ford man. A lot of people are going to be on there. Looking forward to meeting a lot of people. You should come on that cruise too, Mike. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Just talk to Cindy Spiker. She's got plenty of spots available. And you know what's good about it is because it's next October, you got until July of next year to finish paying. So, and it's funny because Heather with us and more is always like, "Oh, you got to get a second person. I need to hook you up with someone to bring on the cruise." I'm like, the cruise is in a year and a half. Dude, I can literally go from single to married to divorce and married again in a year and a half. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying a year and a half is a long time. Just trying to hook me up with someone a year and a half away for a cruise. Like, that's just, I find that funny. Yeah, he had company for a spell. Yeah, if you know, I the computer died anyway, so for about 10 minutes I was off anyway. So hopefully you missed the dead air that 10 minutes. Yeah, Nick travels like that. 7,000 miles last year, 7,000 on a trip this year. The road trips can be a lot of fun, man. The road trip that I want to do next, so I really want to go up to Vermont and all that. I want to go up through like I like Savannah, Georgia. I didn't spend enough time in Savannah. I want to go up through Savannah, go up through Charleston, go into um, Myrtle Beach, and I want to go all through the Carolinas, and I want to go through Virginia. I really like the Virginia Beach area, so I want to go all the way up through there, and I want to end up in Vermont. Hell, I want to end up in Maine. Maine's beautiful. I've been to Maine once. I definitely want to go back again. Dewey's going on an Alaskan cruise. Next month. Wow, that's going to be a whole lot of fun. I want to do that. I want to do Alaskan cruise. It's going to happen one day. So I mentioned earlier about my plan to move to Seattle. So I move to Seattle, it'll be easy access to Alaskan cruises. So if I move to Seattle, I'm definitely going on an Alaskan cruise. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, that's a great idea as far as reconnecting with family. What's kind of sad is as much as I travel, I really need to go to the Bay Area because my older brother lives. I have an older brother. I talk to him from time to time. He actually lives in Richmond, which is like right outside of San Francisco, St. Louis. St. Louis. So outside of San Francisco, Oakland area. I've never been to the Bay Area, so I really need to go see my older brother. Yeah, that's a whole lot of miles. Let's see where I'm at right now. Here, grandma was born in upstate New York, and father as well. And they moved to Minnesota when my dad was two. And grandma got a job at Honeywell as an electrical engineer in Minneapolis. That's interesting. That's an interesting path to get there, Nick. Now, for me, I never really got to travel when I was young. So I always wish I could. I had those tides like that. Give me an excuse to do a little traveling when I was younger. Grandma was born in Long Island. That's cool though. You got family all over the place. Yeah, that one older brother I got, the one that lives in the Bay Area. Other than that, I don't think I really have any family that's like outside of, too far outside of Louisiana. Nick P. Yeah, Ford man here. I guess yeah, Ford man, aka Kenneth Oaks. Which that's gonna be so exciting. Kenneth's going on that cruise. He's never seen the ocean. He's gonna get to see the ocean. He was the recipient of the the helping hand for cruising. So we're gonna get Kenneth on that cruise, and hopefully I'm gonna get to see Kenneth dance on that cruise. I'm excited about that. I just want to visit Alaska in a few years. Yeah, Alaska's on my list. I'm hoping to visit Alaska as well. So hopefully that could happen for both of us. Bay Area is nice. Prefer the wine county. Yeah, wine country. Yeah, I hear the the wine area is really really nice, and that San Francisco is one of those places where you need to see it because it's San Francisco, but it's not really as nice as it used to be. That's what people say. But of all of the major cities in America, San Francisco is one of the few like major cities that I haven't really been to like ever. So I got to cross San Francisco off my list. Yeah, yeah. I forget you're in BC too, Kim. You're in Vancouver area. Vancouver is beautiful. I went to Vancouver that one time. If I move to Seattle area, I'll definitely go to Vancouver some. I'll go to Victoria. Victoria is definitely on my list because I didn't get to go to Victoria. It looks beautiful. I want to do Banff. That's a really nice area. Yeah, I like that. The whole country is wine country. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ain't that the truth? You can make anywhere wine country. Wine country is wherever you are if you choose to do it. I mean, there's not a lot of great wineries in Louisiana. There's not, but hey, you can always find wine. Yeah, Ford man, can't wait to meet everyone in October of 2022. I can't even go through the list of people that are going to be there because there's going to be so many people, including the Down Under Cruisers and the Spikers and JNN, who was here earlier. It's going to be a lot of people on that cruise. It's going to be really exciting. And yeah, I've never been on a cruise before, but everyone I've known that's ever been on a cruise, they all like it. I don't know anyone that's been on a cruise that didn't like it. I do know some people that say I would never go on a cruise because I get motion sickness or don't want to go on a cruise. Yeah, I can't wait for the Canadian borders to open soon too, Liz. I'm hoping I can go back to Montreal. Not well, yeah, I want to go back to Montreal, but I was going to say Quebec City, which is a city you and Derek know well because you got engaged in Quebec City. Quebec City is high on my list. Montreal. What I would like to do is because I've never been to Vermont. I was thinking of this in 2020. I wanted to go to Quebec City and Montreal on the same trip, get a rental car, and then drive to Vermont on that same trip when I cross the border and back because Vermont's really close and I've never been to Vermont. I could add that to my list. Not happening in this lifetime for dancing. It's a funny thought though, Kenneth. I mean, we all want to see you dance. I mean, Cindy Spiker says she wants to see you dance. I mean, Sean. I mean, everybody wants to see you dance, man. You got to dance. You got to give the people what they want. The people want to see you dance, Kenneth. Quebec City is magical. Yeah, it seems like a really fun place. But I really enjoyed Montreal too. But I really like the French Canadians because it's funny because even the homeless people speak English and French, and it's just funny to see everyone bilingual like that. Like it gave me a good experience of French before I even got a chance to go to Paris. Hey, any trip's a good idea for a trip, in my opinion. But yeah, Vermont, Quebec, yeah, Montreal, Toronto will be my first. The only disappointment I had with Toronto is I didn't really get to spend enough time. Toronto is such a big city, and for me, when I went to Toronto, it was on a road trip, and my sister went with me. So this was a trip me and my sister did, and it was a 9-day trip. So spent the night in Nashville, and then Nashville up to Columbus, Ohio. Spent the night in Columbus. Columbus to Pittsburgh. Spent the night in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh to Toronto. It was like 2 days in Toronto, and then it was time to go back the other way. It was like Toronto to Indianapolis for a night, and then Indianapolis to St. Louis, and then St. Louis to Memphis, and Memphis home. So didn't really get to spend enough time. Toronto is such a big city, and Toronto is great. I love Toronto. What I saw of Toronto, I didn't really get to see as much as I would like. And there goes Troy S. in the house. Hey, I appreciate the happy birthday. This man is the king of the All Roads Lead to Travel. He's so good at that game on Friday nights on Two Travel and Tour. If you ever, the All Roads Lead to Travel, he's so good at it. There go Kenneth again saying he's not going to dance. That's fine, Kenneth. I mean, we got a year and a half. You might change your mind. I'm not going to pressure you to do it, but I mean, in a year and a half, Kenneth, you might decide, hey, I want to dance and be on everyone's vlog. I mean, right now you don't feel that way, but things change in a year and a half. I mean, things really change in a year and a half. Toronto is also a multicultural city, but can't beat Quebec for me. Yeah, with Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. Like I said, I just wish I spent a little more time there. But I like Toronto. I like Toronto. I like Montreal. I like Vancouver. I really liked all of the major cities that I've been to in Canada. It was a whole lot of fun. So I think I've been on an hour and a half. I'm gonna go spend a little time outside before I go to bed and a little bit go enjoy the views and everything. So it's been a whole lot of fun here with you all. I appreciate all of the birthday wishes and everything. It's been great. It's been great to be back on a live stream because I haven't done a live stream. I've only done three. And like I've said earlier, the first two went really smooth. The third one was sort of a disaster, and I haven't done one since then. It's October, so that's been what, 8 months since I've done a live stream. So I'm hoping I can do more live streams in the future, definitely, because I really enjoy doing it. So you'll definitely see more live streams of me in the future. I don't have a certain date or anything picked out to where I say I can stream every day on here. Yeah, I am pretty good at it, but I'm not good as Troy. Troy is the king of all roads lead to travel. And if y'all don't know what all roads lead to travel, just go look up one of Two Traveling Tours Friday night live streams. All roads lead to travel towards the end. It's a whole lot of fun. They pick two words out, and you got to make a travel related sentence out of two words. And Troy always. He's always number one at it. He's so good at it. I'm pretty good at it, but I'm not. I'm not good as Troy. Hey, Liz, I appreciate it. I'm having a great time right now. So, hey, I appreciate any suggestions. If you have some suggestions pop in your head, please message me on Instagram or Facebook or anything like, I mean, thing is, I have so many things on my list. I'm not going to be able to do everything, but I'm trying to get in some of these things tomorrow. Coney Island's a definite tomorrow. I will definitely got to go to that little island, which is this new island. It's really photographical. It's really pretty. It's free. So that's one of the things. And I'm definitely going to go to one of the art museums tomorrow. So those are things that are definitely going to be done tomorrow. Let's see. Hey, I appreciate it, Kim, always. Kim's very motivational too in the Walter's World Facebook group. And I appreciate that again from a Liz. And that goes to traveling to to traveling tour. That goes to Ford Man Kenneth Oaks saying, life is good today. Raid if you want. Yes, let's raid. Life is good today. I know he's got some live music playing. So yeah, I'll go over there and check out what the live music is going on with the Woo Crew. We'll call it the Travel Adventures Raid. We'll do that. Life is good today. We'll raid them. I will. I used to live and work in Midtown, and I'll try to think of a few more spots. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I thought about that the other day. I thought about messaging you about some places because I know you know all of these places, being that you lived in New York. Now, me personally, I've been watching some of these New York videos, and I just have such a long list of places. It's just like squeezing in what I can squeeze in, while at the same time, I'm the type of person when I'm walking around and I start getting awestruck, I might stand around for 30 minutes and just take it in. And I think that's really just part of me, the way that I grew up, because I didn't travel when I was young. So like I have such like a deep appreciation for these things. Like when I'm in London, like so I went to London with my sister. Well, one of the two times I went solo once. I went with my sister, and my sister's all about shopping. So she's just trying to go places to go shopping and everything. Well, I'm sitting there looking at the Tower Bridge, and I'm like, stop, slow down, let's take this in. I'm just like, I like to really take things in. So these type of trips, I don't like to rush it too much, but it's just so many things I want to do. Yeah, it's hard to find. There's literally food everywhere, like every corner, literally everywhere. Hey, I appreciate that, Najuma. I know Najuma's in the New York area as well. Yeah, there's just so much out here, so much to see. Oh, and look who I was just talking about him, and he just popped in, Neil and Kimberly. That goes, We were just talking about all roads lead to travel before you popped in, Neil. I was just saying that Troy is the king of all roads lead to travel. Just before you popped in, I said Troy is the king of it. I'm only pretty good at it. I'm not the king of it. I'm probably like third best. It's probably like Troy and then Nick D. Nick D would probably be like second. I'm probably like third when it comes to like all roads lead to travel. Got to jump off. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here, Ronnie. You have a great night up in the Dallas area. I'm sure definitely I'll probably go to Dallas at some point and meet Ronnie and meet Mark Finley and those guys. The king of all roads lead to travel. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm a little bit behind Troy. Troy is so good. You think so fast with the all roads lead to travel. Now, all roads lead to travel. You really gotta be on it, thinking fast. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I know some people probably do want to go see the Life is Good today. I'll go check in, see what Ronnie's doing. We'll give him a good raid. All roads lead to travel tomorrow night. That will be some more of that. Yeah, and I'll be there. I can't wait. You know, I don't miss All Roads Lead to Travel. I missed All Roads Lead to Travel 1 week because I was tired and I passed out and I overslept. And I was so mad. I woke up, it was like 12:15, and I was like, man, I missed the live stream. I missed the night owl. The night owl is the best owl. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to go out on the river a little bit, catch some views. Hopefully I'll have another live stream coming up pretty soon in the near future. I enjoy doing these, so this definitely won't be the last one. I appreciate everybody for coming in. I hope everybody has a great night, and we're going to end this live stream the way I end all of my videos. And we know how that goes. I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and if you did, I ask that you please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the bell notification so you can see when I have more material coming out in the future. And as always, remember, live today, grow today, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Peace.